We have Regirock making its way into raid battles in Pokemon Go, so I'm going to make sure you guys know exactly where it sits as a meta attacker and in GBL, and if it's going to be worth your time, energy, and resources to power this Pokemon up in Pokemon Go. So, you know what time it is, welcome to the Trainer Club, here we go! Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about Regirock? I really do like the Registeel Shiny. However, Regirock Shiny is also, I think, really cool in Pokemon Go. And if you guys do need more raid battles, as always, pin comments for the Discord or more premium access in the Patreon. So, Regirock is going to be an all rock type Pokemon, right? So this Pokemon is going to have some strengths and some weaknesses, and we're going to check it out in PvP because it does get the exclusive move this time around, as it did in the past, of Earthquake. So this move set, is it going to be worth anything? Is it going to help this Pokemon out? Because it does not share a dual typed, and we'll see how strong this Pokemon ends up being in the game. So let's start it off with Regirock, go over the instances. If you guys don't care about meta attackers or you want to just see PvP or vice versa, you can check the timestamps below and get to the part that suits you best. So for this Pokemon, all rock type, it will max out at 3530. So it's not a super high maxed out Pokemon. It will have an attack value of 179, a defense of 309, and a stamina of 190. So obviously the defense is going to be the most prevailing stat that it does have. So what will happen to this Pokemon in GBL, because that's what it's definitely going to be favored, which we will check out here in a second, but let's continue on with this Pokemon. With it being an all rock type, it is going to have 5 weaknesses, which are going to include water, ground, fighting, grass, as well as steel. And it will resist 4 things that will include fire, flying, poison, as well as normal. That is crazy. I did not realize myself personally that rock is going to resist normal typing, but that's quite cool. So as far as the movesets of this Pokemon, it is going to get 3 moves. It's going to get Lock On, which is a normal move. It will get Rock Smash, which is a fighting move, and Rock Throw, which is a rock fast move. And then as far as its charge moves, it will get 3 plus 1 more. That's going to be the Legacy moveset. So these moves are going to be Focus Blast, which is very, very hard hitting. It's going to get Stone Edge as well. And then it will get Zap Cannon. And then finally the Legacy move of Earthquake. So for this round of raiding for this Pokemon, Earthquake is going to come out. And you will not need the Elite Charge TM to be able to get this Pokemon. If you guys do want the complete counter guide for this Pokemon, check it out up here. But if you think about it, Earthquake coming on here, it's better to have that move and TM it away than it is to have it vice versa. And I don't have the 100% IV, so I might consider hunting for it, which is going to lead us into the ER value, which is going to be the combination of DPS and TDO. In reality, DPS is going to be damage per second, how strong that Pokemon is, and TDO is total damage output, and then we average it to make sure we have the best ER value. So now let's check out Regirock and see what is going to be the most effective moveset that this Pokemon will have. So looking at this Pokemon, the top moveset is going to be Rock Throw and Stone Edge at 28.38. So right off the bat, 28 as an ER value is not crazy high, because we're looking at Mewtwo as one of the strongest Pokemon in the game is at about 60. Granted, that's a very high outlier, but I just want to put that into perspective. If we're looking at a good ER value to really shake things up, we would typically be looking at something 40 and up. And if you're up into the 50 level, you are really groundbreakingly changing the meta attacker placing for that Pokemon and where it might sit. But back to the other moves. So Rock Throw, Focus Blast at 27.65. We then have Earthquake at 27.5, Zap Cannon at 27.32. Then we have Lock On and Rock Smash as it does go downwards. So although this Pokemon does get Earthquake, when you think about Earthquake, you have to compete against things such as Groudon and Garchomp, which is definitely not happening. Zap Cannon, you're going to have to compete against things such as Shadow Raikou, Shadow Zapdos, Zekrom, and some other Pokemon like Xurkitree, which is also not happening. And then Focus Blast, you're looking at competing, if you're not even looking at fighting type Pokemon, Focus Blast does come on Mewtwo, which is obviously going to be stronger than this Pokemon from a meta attacker standpoint. So optimally speaking, it's not very set up for here, but I'll still show you at where it does rank in the rock category just to put that into perspective for everyone. So looking at the rock category, like I did say overall, the actually best rock attacker in the game is going to be Mega Diancie, which is really impressive with Rock Throw and Rock Slide, which is probably the most optimized moveset, because Mega Tyranitar does come in second place. However, if Mega Tyranitar did get a little bit different moveset of a Rock Slide and a Rock Throw, it would be at a totally different place. Mega Aerodactyl is the first available in the game right now with Rock Throw, Rock Slide at 42.49, Shadow Tyranitar next at 40.79, Rhyperior coming in next with Smackdown and Rock Wrecker being its Comday move at 39.51. Then we do have Rampardos, All Rock, 39. Tyrantrum is actually coming in next, before Terrakion, Shadow Aerodactyl, and Gigalith. Then if we go to the next page, we are actually still not going to find the Regirock, but But if we do go to the third page, we are going to find the Regirock at the 25th space with Rock Throw and Stone Edge at 28.38. So overall, looking from a meta attacker standpoint, the power-up options for this Pokemon is an absolutely no. Remember, ER value, if it's up in the 40s, we are looking at really powerful Pokemon. If it's above 50, we're looking at potentially one of the top Pokemon in the category if it already doesn't have extremely powerful Pokemon such as the Psychic category, which is an impressive category, and Dragon, impressive category as well. So now let's move over and shift into GBL and see how this Pokemon does serve in each of the leagues. In the Great League, actually quite impressive. I did not expect this. It's actually ranked 29, okay? So for the Great League, you will not be able to raid for this Pokemon to be able to get it there. It actually came through a research breakthrough quite a long time ago, which put it at an available value here. And that is going to be a minimum floor of a 10-10-10, and the optimal IVs for this Pokemon at level 18 is going to be a 2-15-15. So you would actually have to have it from the research breakthrough, and then preferably you would trade it with at max an Ultra Friend to be able to capitalize on its stat distribution to hopefully get it anywhere near something good at a low attack, high defense and stamina, which is very rare. But it's very powerful in the Great League, which is very impressive. So for the Ultra League, we are looking at Regirock at rank 5 with Lock On, Stone Edge, and Focus Blast. So Earthquake is not even the recommended moveset at a 100% IV here for PvP at a 114-15, and this is going to be at level 30.5, so it will require no XL candy. So very impressive ranked in the Great League and the Ultra League, and it doesn't even need the moveset. However, in order to get this optimal moveset, you will be having to trade with a Great Friend, which is definitely going to be a little bit more Stardust here. But no XL candy is required as of yet, so let's check it out in the Master League. In the Master League, it's going to be ranked 60. So do I suggest rating this Pokemon a ton to get XL candy to be able to max it out? I do not recommend this at all, because what you can do is stock up on a bunch optimally placed. It's going to be in the Ultra League, so you will be able to catch it and trade for it, like I said, preferably in a Great Friend, but you can even go Ultra Friend and look at some type of other ratio. But having in a low attack, a high defense and stamina, the thing you wouldn't really want to trade for, but you still can, is going to be a Best Friend, because the lowest floor is going to be a 4 there, which makes it quite challenging to be able to get it into optimal standpoint. So as far as Regirock, getting a ton of XL candy, needing the 100% IV, that is a no-go. The only thing that it really serves the best purpose for is the Great League, which you would have needed it from a research breakthrough, or number 2 is going to be Ultra League, which is available, but that's the optimal place Pokemon, so that would make the most sense. And then you don't even have to fret about the 100% IV coming from raid battles for the 15-15-15. You don't need XL candy because it's not optimally ranked, even though the Master League, you know, it is ranked 60, but I would prefer to stay in the top 25 in the Master League. I wouldn't really branch out here, especially because a lot of people can use Machamp and other things like that, and that will handle this Pokemon quite well. Even though Lock On does charge its movesets up for being powerful moves and they are KOers, it's not a Pokemon that you are going to get in there and waste shields with, which is something that you always want to consider. So let me know what you guys think, what you're planning to do, or maybe if you're a collector for 100% IVs, you don't even care about what I'm saying, but you're just interested in it. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.